Welcome back, everybody. This is the Benchinator, and this is Let's Play SaGa Frontier Riki's Quest, the finale, hopefully. So last time, of course, we dealt with the most difficult challenge in SaGa Frontier, so it's all downhill from here. That's not to say there aren't a few other annoyances in this game that we still have to face, but the battle with Virgil, if you want to call it a battle, was by far the most annoying thing that you have to do. Thankfully, that's over. So that means actually there's one slight thing I gotta do. So at this point, we are gonna be fighting the final boss actually quite soon. So you want to just make sure to equip all of your good stuff. Yeah, just anything that works. Unfortunately, we were not able to get DSC, but that's okay. We should be actually all right. I know I said that it was an absolute necessity, but I think we can survive without it. So just all your most powerful attacks, and you should be fine. Make sure you have plural slash too. Let's use wheel slash, why not? So one thing I do want to point out is, as usual, I put gave everybody a max cure, or at least all the humans, in case there's an emergency. But one little small interesting thing is that you actually get, I equipped everybody with rings. So you have, raises party attack power and healer. You can use probably this at the beginning of battle, of the final battle, I should say. That'll raise your attack power. And hero will protect your status. Might as well put that on too, because there are a couple of tricky attacks. And Riki, use of course the Guardian. And this one actually is the one you get from Virgil, and this is kind of a this is something that'll happen if you run out of WP and JP. Very, very useful. This is pretty much useless, so you don't really need to use this. But anyway, just make sure everybody's all prepped and ready to go for when you fight the final boss, who will be coming up very soon. So here we are back in Margmel. Yep, and that's our home. Yeah, we're back, and nothing looks like it's changed. All right, so Nusakon's there. Yeah, everything's about to die. Come on, Phaon. Yep, we got the rings, man. Woo! Yep. Looking pretty cool. Yeah, we just left for a little bit. Hey, come on. We're out saving the world. Alright, so got the rings. Woo! Everything's gonna be fine. Look at that. Look how colorful they are, too. Save our Margmel. The savior! Riki is Jesus Christ. Alright, so how's he gonna do it? Is Riki gonna turn back into like a woodland creature? I guess not. I guess he likes being in a strange, semi-animalistic human form. So what's gonna happen? Ooh, look at that. Everything looks shiny. Yep. Looks like the land before time. Woo! Alright, everything's looking good. Wait, what's happening? Yeah, exactly, Riki. People are disappearing. Oh, Mei Ling? You're suddenly being really smart. Wait, what? Oh, that's kind of screwed up. Yeah, that's not any good at all. Riki, you and I our minds are in sync. Well, magic rings grant wishes and other things. I think that's fair. Absorb their lust. Uh-oh. One ring to rule them all. Yep, they went there. This is so crazy. Yeah, apparently she is out of her mind. Yeah, just, okay. Yeah. I don't think you can do backsies with that sort of thing. Wait, what's going on? Has the ring got a hold of Mei Ling? The black ring. Uh-oh. Alright, so you know you know how I said at the beginning of this quest that you should never use Mei Ling? Well, this is why. Would it really suck if you powered up Mei Ling and then discovered that you couldn't use her in the final battle? Well, That's why you shouldn't use her. Alright, so guess what, guys? The final battle is going to be against Mei Ling. Can you believe it? And this, by the way, is not... This is one of the tougher final bosses, actually. I mean, I think that Orluge is tougher, but this battle can be pretty tough. And I'll show you exactly why. There is kind of a trick to winning this particular battle. So yeah, that's your final boss, this creepy-looking thing right there. Yep. Alright, so that, these all represent, those little monsters in the back, they all represent portions of the ring, I guess. And so, you want to try to kill them, but you don't want to kill every single one. Because if you kill every single one, that master ring in the middle will actually, basically what he'll do is he'll start using very, very powerful attacks. So, you want to concentrate most of your attacks on the master ring, but... Oh, did I not? Okay, I just messed that up. Let me try this again. Hold on. Alright, so, sorry about that. I had to restart the battle. You might notice that the enemies in the background are a little bit different. That's because the Master Ring kind of shifts these enemies in and out. They're all supposed to represent all 10 of the rings, I believe. So anyway, what you want to do is you want to start off Riki, of course, with the Guardian. And so, the reason why I had to restart is because I forgot to re-equip Lute's second sword, which meant that he could not use Double Gale Slash, which would have been a big problem. So, what we want to do then is use Hero. That'll upgrade everybody's attack. And so this is going to be our friend. It's going to be Plural Slash, which is going to be fantastic. Don't use Healer until you absolutely have to. Gold Hand will probably do just fine. So, and as far as this guy goes... Oh yeah, this will upgrade your attack. So you might as well use those particular rings in the beginning. So, yeah, there's the... That'll protect your status, so that way you don't get any nasty stares. This will increase your fighting ability, which will be awesome. And then... And this will protect you from physical damage, so... You might as well use those buffs in the beginning. I mean, we're already pretty darn powerful, but it definitely helps. And of course, Plural Slash is awesome and does 4,000 damage, so... Woohoo! So, after this, you might as well focus single attacks on Master Ring right there. And then use things like Double Gale Slash in order to get rid of some of the other guys, because they can be a real pain. So, fortunately, a lot of these enemies are... They have more HP than your standard amounts, but, you know, all these guys should be especially familiar. You got the Chimera, you got the Choo-Choo thing, whatever the hell it's called. Alright, so, let's use Magnetic Storm. That'll do some damage. And have Loot. We'll have Loot use Double Gale Slash. And meanwhile, we'll just concentrate our Plural Slashies on there. Remember, if you run out of WP, you can always use the Hero Ring, which is... Or the Lord Ring, I should say. So let's use Triple Thrust on Master Ring, yes. Oh, so this is going to hurt a lot, because you combine Plural Slash with anything, it does a whole lot of damage. And if I recall, Master Ring actually doesn't have a whole lot of HP. It's actually fairly, comparatively low. So, alright, so he's going to assist that guy, which is, of course, a pain in the butt. But since we use the right rings, Charm doesn't hurt. One thing that you can use if you feel like it is you can always go back to Shrike to get those what are they called? Those items that'll actually help you out a lot. But the purple eyes, yeah, use them against Orluge as well. So yeah, we're already doing a lot of damage. So and yeah, that Lich can be a real pain in the butt, but fortunately, if you have Double Gale Slash and you have the right buffs, then it's not too bad. Plural Slash really is the savior of this particular battle, because eventually his armor goes up and it actually becomes really hard to get through it. But Plural Slash, for some reason, just absolutely destroys through the armor, so it kind of helps. So that's always a good thing. Oh, and look at Loot with his deflect, love it, and the pathetic damage that the kick does. So. Oh, so much fun. Alright, so we got rid of the Lich, which is good. Of course, that Sonic Wave isn't really going to do much. And if you kill all of the enemies in the back here, don't worry about it, because I think there's a grand total of 8 or 9. So you just have to leave 1 alive. Once you get down to 1, then you're probably in good shape. Yeah, but none of these, because of the rings that we use, we should be in good shape. All right, so now I think that Master Ring is gonna tag out for a little bit. He does that from time to time, and then you're faced with all these other little enemies here. And you have that adorable little unicorn. It's so cute. When that happens, just yeah, save your plural slashes. Don't waste your plural slashes, because that could be a pain. So these guys, you can just kind of use double slash and stuff like that. I would just use these guys. You kind of want to damage just kind of gradually. You don't want to hit them too hard. So yeah, magnetic storm and a single double gale slash should be fine, because this is going to do a lot of damage anyway. You don't want to find yourself in a situation where everybody's dead, because you want to get to the point where you want to decide what's survivable. Like, what do you want to put up with? I mean, if you want to leave 2 enemies alive, that's fine too. I would just recommend that you don't kill everybody, because then that can be a real nuisance. All right, so yeah, let's give this another round, see what happens. Another magnetic storm and a double a double gale slash. Yes. So eventually you're going to start killing off these enemies. They're going to start dying. So actually, all these guys might die, which is okay, because as long as our friend the Master Ring isn't there, we should be in good shape. Alright, so him, actually, that particular enemy, if you want to leave him alive, he's probably the most harmless. He doesn't do stairs, he doesn't do status attacks, so we'll see what happens next. Alright, so that's still a little bit of a pain, so I'll see what I'll just use magnetic storms for now, and we'll cut out the double gale slashes, because I think yeah, you just gotta be careful not to kill every single one of these guys. That's the big goal of this battle, and that's the reason why it's a little bit tricky. Okay, so turbid current. Let's focus our energy on the Master Ring. Woo! All right, this is really gonna hurt. This is gonna be nasty. It's gonna be nasty. Yeah, 7,000, not bad, respectable. Because this is unfortunately the point of the game where the Master Ring can actually deal with a lot of damage. All right, so now we've killed pretty much everybody except that dude, that fairy thing in the back. So at this point, you just want to let the fairy. You want to leave the fairy alone. Don't bother with it, because she does have a few annoying attacks, but we're immune to every status affliction, so it doesn't really matter. That's kind of its MO, its modus operandi. So yeah, this is the point where you want to be. You're gonna have to deal with a bunch of ineffectual gazes, so let's use Mighty Cyclone, Triple Thrust, Plural Slash, Gold Hand, yeah, Turbid Current, why not? And there we go, look at that! This is going to be a mighty blow. If we actually end up killing him, this will be beautiful. But yeah, look at this. This is one of the sexiest things I've ever seen. I very rarely see a level 5 combo, so that's awesome. Oh, look at that! I think we just killed it. Oh, wow. 21,000 damage. Talk about going down in a blaze of glory. Well, winning in a blaze of glory. He's the one that's going down. Look at that guy die. Okay, so, and I am not joking about this. That was probably the single most damage I've done in a single round. That level 5 combo, that was great. Sorry, Mei Ling. Well, we had to do what we had to do. What can I say? We didn't want to do it, but it was necessary. What's up, Mei Ling? Are you doing all right? Yeah, you're gonna have to say a little more than "I'm sorry." Kind of tricked us into, yeah, having to fight this weird droid elephant version of yourself. It's always the Black Ring's fault. Yeah. Well, Phaon, just shut up. Stop trying to be all macho. The curse of the Black Ring. Like the curse of the Black Pearl. Yeah, your world's kind of screwed. Ugh. Ugh. This is the most frustrating part of the quest. You could have done this a lot earlier. Rather than rely on some old shady legend involving rings, couldn't have this been the more practical choice? Yeah, exactly. You could have done this earlier. We didn't have to go through all this crap, all this shit. Yeah, you guys are always perky. Well, that's good. Alright, so... You know, you could have suggested this at the beginning of the quest, and then it would have lasted about 2 seconds. It would have been shorter than Loot's quest, but I'm not going to complain. Alright, we're going to throw away the rings. This should be fun. So, yep. So this is actually one of my favorite themes in the game. But, yes. This is the most cringeworthy ending in this entire game. You get to watch Riki slowly undo all of the progress that we have done, that we've spent the last, you know, 7 or 8 or 10 hours trying to do. And of course, now we give it back to the pirate lady. So we collected all these rings, discovered that the rings were being controlled by an evil black ring, defeated it, and then gave it back to everybody. Even Thunder's scared of these rings. What are you doing, Riki? Oh, come on, Dr. Nusicon. Well, okay, maybe he does want that ring. But he was there when he saw what happens when you put them together. Alright, yeah, King Say can go back to sleep now. Have a nice rest there. So, they're gonna give the other ring to Gen. I could see, Gen could sport some rings. He's gonna rebuild Wakatu. Good for him. At least he's doing something useful. They're gonna give that last ring back to the lady. Okay. Aw, they're gonna get married. Or maybe it's just a promise ring or something. Yeah. Well, nobody wants the black ring. And, yeah. So, there's your ending, folks. The worst ending ever. You go through the whole quest, and then you undo all your progress. And that's it. Ugh. God. I'm really glad that's over with, though, because Riki's quest, it's got some positives. Obviously, I like that you go around to different parts of the world and you see these kind of semi-new areas that were either non-existent or off-limits before. But, I mean, honestly, you go through all that trouble just to put the rings together, then spread them apart. It's not very gratifying at all. Ugh. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are only 2 quests away from completing SaGa Frontier. We still have Amelia's quest, and we still have T260G's quest. Which one will I do next? Find out in the next episode of Let's Play SaGa Frontier. This is the Benjinator, and thank you guys for watching.